Hello everyone, this is Rachel reporting live from Kalkine Studios, and you're watching the IPO Corner show, a show dedicated to the IPO market and brings you hot public offerings and all important information about the listing companies under the spotlight. The Australian IPO markets witnessed a surge in new listings this month, with more than 20 companies lined up to start trading on the domestic exchange. While some of them already made their debut, many more are in line to join the ASX. Next week, 6 companies are scheduled to make their debut. The list includes Artrya, EBR Systems, RAS Technology, Radiopharm Theranostics, Orange Minerals, and Nibi Resources. The companies are racing to go public to cash in on a bullish market trend, as well as record low interest rates to meet their business objectives and stay afloat. This current IPO boom has been triggered by a recent rally in the Australian equity market, which propelled millions of investors, especially millennial first-time investors, to go shopping for IPOs. The benchmark index, the ASX 200, has surged over 10% so far this year, while it scaled a new height of 7,600 points in August. Let's look at the all-important details about these IPOs. First on the list is artificial intelligence healthcare company Ataira. The heart disease imaging technology company looked to raise $40 million in its initial public offering at an offer price of $1.35 a share, valuing the company up at $105.45 million. Although the dates and prices may change, the company is scheduled to begin trading publicly on the ASX on the 26th of November. Formed in early 2019, the Perth-based AI medical technology startup Ataira is in its early stage, but its artificial intelligence-powered imaging software has therapeutic goods administration approval and is being piloted by Perth-based radiology practice Envision Medical Imaging. Ataira has also made submissions for approval to the US Food and Drug Administration, Health Canada, and for Europe's CE mark. Next is medical device company EBR Systems, which is slated to list on the ASX on the 24th of November. The US-based heart pacing device group proposed to raise $110 million at a $344 million market capitalization on listing. The offer price of the IPO is $1.08 per share. Bell Potter, Morgans and Wilsons are joint lead managers. IPO funds raised would be used to complete clinical trials. The company is in early stage development of venture pursuing novel approaches in cardiac rhythm management. EBR Systems develops devices for the treatment of cardiac arrhythmias. EBR Systems technology is easier to customize and does not need wires to stimulate the ventricle. Moving on, and RAS Technology Holdings look to raise $29 million at $1.50 a share in its initial public offering. The share of the global racing industry solutions provider is expected to start trading on the ASX on the 23rd of November under the ticker code RTH. The company has appointed Ord Minnett as lead manager to manage the offer, which opened for subscription between the 4th of November and the 12th of November. Now, before we do look at some more companies, it's time for a very short break. Stay tuned, I'll be back soon.
Tune in to get the latest information.
Whether it's about market movements or the currency graph,
Sectoral coverage or industry news.
we cover it all on our news segments.
Be on top of the latest news
With Kalkine TV.
Welcome back. This is Rachel and you're watching the IPO Corner show. Let's now look at Radiopharm Theranostics. They focus on the development of radiopharmaceutical products for diagnostic and therapeutic uses in areas of high unmet medical need. The clinical stage radiotherapeutics company looked to raise $50 million in its IPO at an offer price of 60 cents per share. The company will have a market cap of $152 million at the listing. The offer is managed by Bell Potter and Baker Young. The capital will be used to fund the company's growth and payments under the company's license agreements with the 4 licensors from whom it's licensed technologies. After listing, the focus of Radiopharm Theranostics will be on the development of a class of pharmaceutical products from leading research institutions around the world. Next is recently created Orange Minerals, which is set to list its shares on the domestic exchange to prospect projects in the east and west of Australia. The gold and copper exploration company, headed up by Managing Director David Greenwood, aims to raise up to $7 million at 20 cents in its IPO. Shares of the company are slated to start trading on the ASX on the 25th of November. The exploration company Orange Minerals holds projects in the historic Lachlan Ford Belt in New South Wales and the Eastern Goldfields in WA. Last on the list is mineral exploration company Nibi Resources, which is expected to join the ASX on the 22nd of November. The miner is looking to raise a minimum of $6 million, with scope to increase this to $7.5 million in its IPO. Nimy is chaired by highly experienced resources director Simon Lill, who is the current non-executive chairman of the successful Western Australia gold explorer De Grey Mining. The IPO funds will be used to enable Nimy to ramp up exploration at Mons nickel project, which is located 140 kilometres north of Southern Cross and northwest of the internationally famous Kambalda nickel district. To invest in an IPO, prospective investors need to be registered with a participating broker or lead manager. Investors can also apply themselves by filling the application form attached to the company's prospectus. Those who've missed out can register with a share trading platform or a broker who has access to the ASX. Now, however, before investing in IPOs, investors must check the credibility and the track record of the company. The risk appetite level varies by investors, and they need to consider factors such as an analyst's view, brokerage ratings, industry outlook, financial performance, and the peers review before making an investment decision. Well, that's all for the IPO Corner show for now. Keep watching Kalkine TV. We'll bring you the latest news and trending market updates live from Sydney. I'm Rachel, signing off for now.